Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Let the day fade behind you, its weight slipping from your shoulders like mist dissolving in the morning light. This is your time. Time to step away from the rush of the world. Time to find stillness. Time to let yourself drift toward a place where peace is not just a promise, but a presence. Tonight, you journey to the Hotel of Hopes and Dreams, a sanctuary that exists beyond the borders of time, where every breath is lighter and every moment is wrapped in quiet wonder. The journey begins with a winding path, one that meanders through rolling hills and whispering forests. The sky above is painted in soft pastels, shifting from gold to lavender as the sun bows gently toward the horizon. The air is rich with the mingling scents of sea salt and blooming jasmine, a delicate invitation guiding you forward. Each step feels lighter, as if the world is slowing to match your pace, as if the weight you carried all day is melting away with the setting sun. As the landscape unfolds around you, a gentle hush settles in. The distant call of a nightingale drifts on the breeze, blending with the rustling leaves and the soft lap of waves upon the shore. The path beneath your feet is smooth and well-trodden, leading you ever closer to the horizon where the Hotel of Hopes and Dreams awaits. There is no urgency here, only the quiet pleasure of the journey, the gentle anticipation of arrival. Then, at last, it appears. A vision of timeless elegance, standing in perfect harmony with its surroundings. The Hotel of Hopes and Dreams rises before you, its weathered stone walls laced with ivy, its grand windows glowing with warm, golden light. It feels as though it has always been here, waiting just for you. The cobbled pathway beneath your feet unfurls like a whispered welcome, leading you to the grand wooden doors that open with quiet grace, as if expecting your arrival. Stepping inside, you are embraced by an atmosphere of profound serenity. The scent of aged wood and the faintest trace of lavender fills the air, mingling with the warmth of a crackling fireplace. The lobby is a haven of quiet luxury, where chandeliers glow like captured starlight, casting soft shadows upon shelves brimming with books, their spines worn with the promise of unread stories. Plush armchairs are arranged in cozy nooks, each an invitation to linger, to lose yourself in a novel, or simply to sit and breathe in the stillness of the moment. Your footsteps are soft against the polished floor as you explore, the hush of the hotel wrapping around you like a beloved melody. A grand staircase curves upward, its banisters smooth beneath your fingertips as you ascend toward your room. The corridor is lined with doors, each one a portal to a dream, a sanctuary of its own. When you reach your own, it opens effortlessly, revealing a space bathed in soft candlelight, waiting just for you. The room is a masterpiece of comfort. A bed dressed in the finest linen stands at the heart of it, its cool embrace promising deep and dreamless rest. A window stands open, allowing the night breeze to drift in, carrying the distant lull of ocean waves. Sheer curtains sway gently, whispering secrets only the wind can understand. A small writing desk sits in one corner, accompanied by an inviting chair, as if awaiting the quiet musings of a dreamer. Every detail has been carefully placed, every corner imbued with a sense of belonging, of peace. Stepping onto the balcony, you take in the view, a vast expanse of ocean stretching endlessly beneath a sky alive with stars. The moon casts its silver glow upon the water, its light shimmering across the gentle waves. Below, the hotel's gardens sprawl in elegant harmony, winding paths lined with fragrant blossoms and lanterns casting golden halos upon the stone walkways. A A fountain sings its steady, soothing song, its melody blending with the rhythm of the sea. As you gaze upon the fountain, a peculiar sight catches your eye. A moonflower moth, larger than the others, its wings painted with what appear to be tiny maps in luminescent patterns. It flutters near you with purpose, as if beckoning you to follow. The dream cats watching from nearby give knowing looks, their cosmic fur rippling with anticipation. Following the moth down a winding path, you notice the garden walls are lined with ancient roses whose petals seem to be carved from moonstone. Their subtle glow intensifies as you pass, lighting your way to a weathered wooden door nestled between two weeping willows. The tree's branches, dripping with tiny lights like falling stars, part gracefully as you approach. The door itself is extraordinary, carved with intricate patterns that shift and move in the moonlight, telling stories of countless dreams. At its center, a keyhole in the shape of a crescent moon glows with a soft silver light. The moonflower moth lands gently on the keyhole, its wings folding into perfect alignment with the door's pattern. With a sound like wind chimes in a gentle breeze, the door swings open, revealing the hotel's best-kept secret, the Garden of Midnight Dreams. You step into a realm where the ordinary rules of nature bow to the whims of pure imagination. The garden exists in a perpetual state of midnight, though somehow every plant, every path, every magical being is perfectly visible in the starlight that seems to emanate from the very air itself. The space feels vast, far larger than should be possible within the hotel grounds, as if it exists in a pocket of dreams itself. Here, the dream weavers maintain their most precious work. They gather in small clusters around floating looms made of moonbeams, weaving tapestries of dreams with threads pulled from starlight, morning dew, and aurora lights. Each tapestry, when complete, becomes a dream so powerful it can be shared by multiple dreamers, creating connections between sleeping minds. Crystal pools dot the landscape, their surfaces as still as mirrors until disturbed by the water walkers, ethereal beings composed of liquid starlight who dance across the water's surface, their movements creating ripples that transform into living stories. In one pool, silver fish with gossamer fins leap in perfect arcs, their scales changing color to match the thoughts of those who watch them. The air is filled with the songs of night crickets, their crystalline bodies producing melodies that change according to the dreams being woven nearby. Their music mingles with the soft chiming of the dream bells, delicate flowers whose petals are actually tiny bells crafted from solidified moonlight. Each ring carries the essence of a different kind of dream: adventure, peace, joy, wonder. In the heart of this secret garden stands the dream tree, an ancient being whose branches reach up into what appears to be infinite space. Its trunk is composed of swirling mists that never quite settle into a solid form, and its leaves are constantly shifting between silver, gold, and deepest blue. The Wisdom Keeper, a magnificent owl with feathers made of stardust and eyes that hold entire universes, perches in its branches, overseeing the garden's magic. Around the dream tree's base, the shadow dancers perform their eternal ballet. These mysterious beings, neither solid nor vapor, move in perfect harmony with the universe's rhythm, their dance maintaining the delicate balance between dreams and reality. Their movements cast shapes on the ground that transform into living stories. Here, a unicorn galloping through clouds. There, a mermaid diving into a sea of stars. Scattered throughout the garden are dream pods, intimate spaces created by enormous flowers that bloom only in this eternal midnight. Their petals, translucent and opalescent, create private havens where visitors can experience their deepest dreams while awake. The pods are tended by the whisper sprites, tiny beings made of soft light who adjust the dreams like master artists, fine-tuning their masterpieces. Near a quiet corner, you discover the mirror pool, its surface not reflecting the garden but showing glimpses of dreams happening around the world. The dream collectors, elegant beings with butterfly wings made of living mercury, skim the pool's surface with delicate silver nets, gathering the most beautiful dreams to be preserved in crystalline dewdrops and added to the hotel's vast dream library. The air here carries unusual scents, the sharp sweetness of starlight, the soft perfume of dreams just beginning to bloom, the crisp scent of night thoughts turning into morning wishes. Pathways lined with luminous moss guide visitors through the garden, the moss glowing brighter or softer in response to the emotions of those who pass by. In a sheltered grove, you find the message trees, ancient willows whose hanging branches are strung with thousands of tiny crystal bottles, each containing a dream message left by previous visitors. The bottles chime softly in the perpetual night breeze, their contents glowing with personal constellations of hope, love, and memory. The moonflower moth, your faithful guide, leads you to a small clearing where the memory weavers work. These ancient beings, their forms constantly shifting between human and star stuff, create intricate tapestries from the threads of visitors' happiest memories. Each completed tapestry becomes a dream anchor, helping to ensure that when visitors leave the hotel, they can carry a piece of its magic with them. As you prepare to leave this enchanted space, the Wisdom Keeper descends from the dream tree to offer you a parting gift, a single feather that, when placed beneath your pillow, will help you find your way back to this secret garden in your dreams. The shadow dancers pause their eternal performance to bow, their forms creating a shower of stardust that settles in your hair like a blessing. The ancient door reappears, now on a different path than the one you entered by, as is the way of dream spaces. As you step back into the main gardens of the hotel, you carry with you the precious knowledge of this hidden realm, where dreams are born, nurtured, and set free to find their way to sleeping minds around the world. You linger in this quiet moment, absorbing the stillness, the deep sense of ease that this place offers. The Hotel of Hopes and Dreams is not merely a place to stay. It is a refuge for the weary soul, a retreat where time moves at its own unhurried pace, allowing you to simply be. Here, the world's worries dissolve into the hush of candlelight and the warmth of a gentle breeze. Here, you are weightless, unburdened, free. As you make your way back through the hotel's enchanted corridors, you begin to notice the other dreamers who share this magical sanctuary with you tonight. Each one has been drawn here by their own need for rest, for peace, for dreams that heal and restore. In the library, you pass a young artist seated in one of the floating armchairs, her dreams self-surrounded by softly glowing colors. The dream cats have gathered around her in a crescent, their aurora fur pulsing in harmony with her creative energy. As she dozes, tiny brushstrokes of light appear in the air around her, painting scenes from her imagination. A sleep sprite perches on her shoulder, occasionally whispering inspiration that manifests as sparks of golden light in her dreams. Near the grand fireplace, an elderly gentleman rocks gently in a chair that seems to be carved from clouds, His dreams take the form of sepia-toned memories that drift about him like autumn leaves, each one containing scenes from his long life. The ember sprites in the fireplace arrange themselves to show scenes from his youth, dancing and flickering in patterns that make him smile in his sleep. A dream weaver hovers nearby, carefully gathering these precious memories and weaving them into a blanket that settles softly across his lap. In a quiet alcove, you glimpse a child curled up on a window seat, her dreams visible as shimmering bubbles that float around her head. Each bubble contains a different adventure: riding on the back of a dragon, exploring underwater cities, and dancing among the stars. The star foxes have gathered beneath her window, their cosmic fur twinkling as they send up streams of stardust that transform into new dreams for her collection. A whisper sprite sits cross-legged in midair beside her, conducting these dreams like a tiny orchestra. On the mezzanine level, a stressed businessman has finally found peace, his suit jacket draped over a chair made of moonbeams. The tension has melted from his face as the hotel's magic works its gentle influence. Dream butterflies land softly on his shoulders, their wings absorbing the remnants of his daily worries and transforming them into peaceful blue light. A dream cat purrs on his lap, its aurora fur patterns synchronizing with his increasingly calm breathing. In the conservatory, a group of dreamers float slightly above their chaise lounges, connected by delicate strands of silver light. They're sharing a collective dream, their experiences woven together by the skilled hands of the dream weavers. You catch glimpses of their shared adventure. They're exploring a city made of crystal and light, their dream selves laughing and calling to each other across bridges made of rainbow mist. The twilight gardeners move silently among them, tending to be floating plants that respond to the dreamers' shared joy by blooming with soft musical notes. A musician dozes in the music room, her dreams taking the form of visible sound waves that shimmer in the air around her. The night crickets have gathered on the nearby windowsill, incorporating her dream music into their songs. Her fingers move slightly as she dreams, and each movement releases small bursts of colored light that the dream collectors gather carefully in crystalline vials for the hotel's archives. Near the grand staircase, you pass a writer slumped over a desk made from what appears to be solidified starlight. His dreams manifest as streams of glowing text that flow from his fingertips, forming stories in midair. The sleep sprites dart between the floating words, rearranging them into new combinations that make the writer smile in his sleep. A dream cat sits atop his desk, batting playfully at particularly interesting phrases as they drift past. In a cozy corner of the lobby, a pair of young lovers sleep hand in hand, their shared dreams creating a gentle aurora above them. The dream weavers have crafted a special canopy of light around them, within which their dreams merge and dance together. Rose petals made of starlight occasionally fall from their dream aurora, each one containing a moment of shared joy. The star foxes circle their chairs, their passing leaving trails of stardust that weave into the couple's dreams. Through the window of the observatory, you spot a mathematician who has dozed off while stargazing. Her dreams take the form of complex geometric patterns that float around her like crystalline snowflakes, each one containing a different equation or theorem. The wisdom keeper has left its usual perch to sit nearby, occasionally adding new constellations to her dreams with a gentle touch of its wing. In the tea room, a group of children's book illustrators sleep peacefully around a table, their shared dream space filled with storybook characters that have come to life. Their dreams mix and mingle, creating new tales that the dream collectors record eagerly in books made of moonlight. The shadow dancers perform their stories in silhouettes on the walls, bringing each narrative to life as the dreamers smile in their sleep. Each dreamer adds their own magic to the hotel's atmosphere, their dreams contributing to the ever-shifting tapestry of peace and wonder that fills this sacred space. Their presence reminds you that while dreams are deeply personal, there is something profound about sharing this sanctuary with others who have also sought its refuge. The Hotel of Hopes and Dreams holds space for all of them, wrapping each visitor in its gentle magic while allowing their dreams to add to its ever-growing collection of stories, wishes, and peaceful moments. Turning back inside, the glow of the candles beckons you toward the waiting bed. You sink into its embrace, the softness enveloping you like a lullaby. The sheets are cool against your skin, the air tinged with the soothing scent of lavender. Outside, the ocean continues its quiet murmur, a rhythm as steady as a heartbeat, lulling you into the deepest of sleeps. As your eyes close, sleep takes you gently, weaving dreams as light as air, as boundless as the sea. And in this place, in this sanctuary beyond time, you rest, knowing that when morning comes, the hotel will still be here, waiting, ready to offer its quiet magic once more. And so, the night deepens, each moment drawing you further into a state of absolute calm. You float within the embrace of slumber, carried by the rhythmic pulse of the waves, the distant chime of wind chimes outside your window. Hours pass like gentle tides, pulling you into a vast and endless sea of rest. The stars overhead continue their silent watch, the moon tracing its slow arc across the heavens, spilling silver light over the world below. The hotel breathes in harmony with the night, each floorboard, each whisper of curtains, each flicker of candlelight a part of its eternal rhythm. Outside, the gardens glow softly under the celestial dome, and a cool breeze dances through the fragrant paths, stirring petals and rustling leaves in a lullaby only nature knows. Somewhere in the distance, the steady drip of a fountain echoes, merging seamlessly with the ocean's song. As you sink deeper into the dreamscape, you find yourself adrift in endless comfort. The Hotel of Hopes and Dreams does not demand anything from you. There is no urgency, no expectation, only a vast, boundless peace that cradles you in its embrace. Time becomes weightless here, stretching and folding upon itself, offering only the quiet pleasure of existence, the soft glow of knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be. The night stretches on, each second a lull, each moment an invitation to let go. You drift between waking and dreaming, suspended in the soothing embrace of the hotel's quiet magic. The world outside fades into insignificance, and all that remains is the warmth of the bed, the hush of the night, the promise of another peaceful dawn waiting just beyond the horizon. As the night gently yields to dawn, the Hotel of Hopes and Dreams begins its enchanted awakening ritual. The dawn painters, beings of rose gold and amber light, start their delicate work of illuminating the sky. Their brush strokes blend purple into pink and pink into gold, creating a symphony of color that eases sleeping minds toward wakefulness. The morning bells, tended by crystalline sprites, begin their gentle chorus, each chime perfectly tuned to match the frequency of peaceful awakening. In your room, the transition begins with the daybreak moths, cousins to the night's moonflower moths, their wings painted with sunrise patterns. They flutter near your windows, their movement causing the dream-woven curtains to slowly part, allowing the first rays of morning light to paint patterns on the walls. The light itself seems to have substance, like honey dripping slowly across surfaces, bringing warmth and gentle awareness. The dream cats, their fur now shimmering with morning colors rather than night's aurora, stretch and begin their morning rounds. Their purrs change frequency, shifting from sleep-inducing depths to awakening tones that resonate with renewal and possibility. The morning sprites, dressed in dewdrops and early light, sprinkle awakening dust that sparkles like diamond mist in the morning rays. As consciousness returns, you become aware of subtle scents wafting through the air. Fresh bread baking in the magical kitchens below, coffee beans being ground by the kitchen gnomes, and the sweet perfume of sunrise flowers opening their petals to greet the day. The aroma sprites, special morning spirits responsible for the hotel's awakening scents, weave these fragrances into a tapestry that gently encourages dreamers to embrace the new day. The bed itself participates in the waking ritual, its dream-woven sheets gradually becoming lighter, as if they've absorbed starlight all night and now release it as gentle warmth. The pillows, still infused with dream essence, slowly firm to support you in a gentle transition from lying to sitting. A morning cat, its fur the color of sunrise, materializes on the foot of your bed, its presence grounding and comforting as you bridge the gap between dreams and wakefulness. As you rise, you discover that the hotel has prepared your morning attire, a robe woven from the morning mist and sunrise colors, so light it feels like wearing clouds. Your feet find slippers lined with dream silk, each step releasing tiny sparkles of residual dream energy. The bathroom mirror shows not just your reflection, but hints of your night's dreams, fading like gentle mist around your image. Following the aromatic invitation of breakfast, you make your way to the sunrise dining room. The corridor is lined with dawn flowers, whose petals chime soft morning greetings as you pass. The wooden floor beneath your feet seems to remember your steps from the night before, each board glowing softly where you walk, creating a path of morning light. The sunrise dining room itself is a marvel of magical architecture. Its ceiling mirrors the dawn sky above, but with additional layers of dream essence creating subtle auroras that drift between the morning clouds. The windows are alive with light prisms created by dew spirits, tiny beings who collect the morning's first light and split it into rainbow patterns that dance across the tables. Each table is attended by breakfast sprites, cheerful beings made of morning light, who hover near diners with menu scrolls that write themselves according to each guest's perfect morning meal. The tablecloths are woven from dawn-touched clouds, and the silverware is crafted from solidified starlight that caught the first rays of morning. The kitchen gnomes, their caps changing color to match the sunrise, orchestrate a magical breakfast service. Coffee and tea are poured from floating pots that know exactly when to tip, the liquid streaming in elegant arcs through the air. The coffee itself contains tiny swirls of golden light, residual dream energy that helps maintain the bridge between sleep and wakefulness. Tea leaves arrange themselves into patterns that hint at the day ahead before steeping in water drawn from dream wells. Pastries float past on silver trays carried by invisible hands, each one still glowing from the magical ovens. The morning bakers, relatives of the dream weavers, have been up since the last stars faded, creating loaves of bread and pastries infused with pleasant dreams and morning happiness. Their creations sparkle with edible starlight, and leave trails of golden crumbs that the dream mice, tiny creatures made of morning light, eagerly gather. Fresh fruit arrives in baskets woven from dawn light, each piece perfect and glowing with inner radiance. The orchard keepers, tall beings with bark-like skin and leaf-crowned heads, have selected each piece from the hotel's magical orchards where fruits grow with dreams inside them. When bitten, these fruits release tiny bursts of joy and renewal. As you dine, the morning musicians, ethereal beings with instruments made of light, play soft melodies that help maintain the perfect balance between dreaming and waking. Their music contains echoes of the night's dreams, transformed into gentle morning themes that help dreamers remember the most important parts of their night's journeys. Other dreamers drift in gradually, each in their own time, guided by the gentle magic of the morning. Some still trail slight traces of stardust. Others are accompanied by their dream cats, who gradually fade into the morning light. The shared experience of this magical breakfast creates a gentle community of dreamers, all savoring this last taste of magic before returning to the waking world. When breakfast is complete, the morning archivists, solemn beings with robes made of paper and ink, carefully record each dream that was experienced in the hotel. They work with the dream collectors to ensure that particularly special dreams are preserved in the hotel's vast library, adding to its ever-growing collection of human imagination and hope. And when the day finally comes, it will do so gently, with golden light streaming through sheer curtains, with the softest whisper of waves upon the shore, with the lingering scent of lavender and fresh sea air. And as you wake, you will know that the hotel of hopes and dreams remains, always waiting, always ready to welcome you back into its timeless embrace. Sweet dreams. Good night.